Okie doke. So I'm back from Henty. Had a good day at the field day yesterday with Sam. It was her birthday as well, so it was a great day. Been a little bit slower today, to be honest. When I do long days, the heart just gives me a few little sort of reminders that everything is not well. But overall, that day went beautifully, and it was good to enjoy Sam's birthday and to buy too much rubbish at Henty, of course. All right, TS140. Very, very, very underrated radio. People, I don't know why, they sort of missed it in their collection a lot of the time. You know, they went 430, 440, 140. They just, maybe it was the number, but you know what? This was a really, really good classic radio. This one's actually sold to a mate of mine up in Queensland. I thought, well, we might as well do a video on it and give him a little bit of a look at what's coming up to him. And look, they're underestimated. They really are. Have a look at the display on this thing. I mean, okay, so my aperture is going to give me a bit of trouble there. I'll go back to here. Oh, yeah, right, okay. And now it thinks it... Yeah, sorry about that. This is my phone that's doing that. You just got to find the right angle. Yeah. I must get into these aperture settings. Anyway, you get the idea. So, at the moment, I'm feeding 0.5 of a microvolt in there. So have a look at that. 0.5 there. And have a look at this. Noise free at 0.5. They really were great receivers. When you hook a 140 up, you're definitely going to hear a lot of stuff that some of the older sets are not going to hear. Let's have a look. Let's take the generator off. See how much power we got. Hello. Okay, so we're definitely exceeding 100 watts. Hello. Yeah, that's... I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These things just go. Kenwood designed their RF output stages with lots of headroom. Lots and lots of headroom. And, geez, I'm trying to get rid of that display. That I can see what you're seeing, by the way. Anyway, if anyone knows how to make an adjustment on your phone to stop the readouts doing that, someone did tell me at one stage. They said it was to do with the aperture, but I still really, not being a photography guy, couldn't really help much. But yeah, look, just going through. They had a very effective processor. Now, I was running the processor just then, so when you notice that the power was, 75 to 100 plus watts consistently, that's the processor pushing that up. If I take that processor off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, hello. Well, it's still doing pretty well, isn't it? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, hello. Now, keep in mind, I'm on the Motorola is an average read, so it may be a little bit slower on keeping that peaks as well. But yeah, when I put that processor in, oh boy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hello. Wait, as you can see, all over 100 watts. Just, yeah, all of a sudden that's... Now, your processor, do remember that, it works in with your mic gain over here. So I've got that set at absolutely flat out. You do not need to set it at flat out, probably 3/4 of you running the processor. If you're not running the processor, sure, run it flat out, that's fine. I don't see too many problems there. This radio was good for F-calls as well because you could hit the power minimum. Now, what did power minimum do? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello. I would say that's like 10 watts to 100 watts when we go to max there. So it's a nice feature for the local radio inspector because you always I was definitely there. I wasn't there. Anyway, all good. What else? They did have a 2-stage noise blanker as well, which I think was sorely missed on some Kenwood radios because this did make a difference. It was very clever how they did that. The other thing too, you had your RIT, which of course you can, as you'll see on screen there, when I turned on, we can then vary our RIT like so, etc. My camera's not catching up with this extremely well. Now, when we go through the bands, as you can see, it can just do amateur radio bands only, like so, and no, we'll be right. Sorry, go back down and come up to, where's it? It's on 7, wasn't I? But then, of course, you can tap 1 meg, so it'll actually go in 1 meg increments, etc. So that's actually what that does there. Okay, now something I should explain too. I just actually thought of something. The TS140 used very, very similar firmware to, say, the 680, etc. So what you might have noticed just before, now watch this. It suggests that it does 6 meters. Let me tell you, the 140 does not do, like the 440, does not do 6 meters. You had to buy the 680 for that. I can't get that screen to... You know what, I've been trying to think, how can I make that not flash across? But anyway, yeah, so please don't get the illusion that the 140S had 6 meters. You had to buy the 680 for that, and or, you know, you could buy the quad band of the 660, etc., etc. There's different ways to get 6 meters. But this was purely a 160 meter through to 30 meg, through to 10 meters, sorry. And just thought that, you know, when I flicked over to that, I sort of went, oh yeah, of course. Different people put different loads of firmware into it. Now, this wasn't a bad thing. The 140 could take, say, a 680 load. There was all these different ideas of what people would sort of be playing around with. And I didn't get into it very heavily back in the day, to be honest. I remember some discussion about it. But the one thing I can assure everybody that, no, you're not going to get 6 meters out of a TS140. People used to get very excited that maybe if they just sort of cut one more diode somewhere, and trust me, people tried. What they should have had a look is to see whether or not the radio actually was even remotely had anything that could, you know, handle 6 meters. The other dead giveaway that didn't do 6 meters was, of course, on the rear, where, of course, there was no second antenna connector. So, yeah, that's that sort of very much solved that problem. Now, oh, sorry, I just moved that back a bit. Now, my wife was just trying to call me there, but it buggers up my video if I do that. So, you know, you got to have your choices that you make in life. Obviously, slow and fast AGC. Vox, hello, 1 2. No, hang on, pick up the mic. Hello, 1 2. Yeah, 1 2. 1 2 1 2. Hello. This thing is it draws some current too. Let's have a look. Hello, 1 2 1 2. Oh, not really. It's about right. Hello. I'm using the Vox at the moment. I'll take that off. But now, speaking of tunes on 140s and 680s, etc. This one's had definitely its ALC opened up a bit. I can tell straight away just by the fact that it's, you know, coming over 100 watts at times. Look, no issue with that, but I would advise that, you know, especially if I'm out in Queensland, just maybe run that power max back a little. It's okay for when you need to make the contact and you want that extra 20 watts or so, but I'd run it sort of very close, you know, just inch it back a little bit, like I've done there, and you know, that's probably a better way just for normal day-to-day running. I've played with these stages quite a bit. As I said, Kenwood, they're very heavy duty. I don't think you'd actually blow one up even running 120, 125 watts out of them. You know, I've seen people take them further. Yeah, that might be a bit of an issue, so, you know, maybe don't go too silly. Anyway, that's the TS140, working like a dream. Display looks beautiful. It's one of the things we check on all Kenwoods, and I know that it's not showing up great here because it's flashing in front of you. I'm trying to get an angle that... Yeah, I don't think so. No, my phone, what if I go right back, come up? It's like it's learnt how to do that with the display. Now, let me assure you, no, it's not doing that in real life. Back to the 1 meg, and once again, the 1 meg light comes up over here to tell you you're in 1 meg mode. Pretty obvious once you start clicking away. But, yeah, look, beautiful radios, they really are. They were, by the way, full mode, so AM, FM, sideband, CW. So you got everything with it. CW narrow, CW wide, etc., etc. Let's turn it up a bit. Yeah, no filter. It's all right. I just wanted to check if there's a filter in there. My mate who's getting this, not really a CW man, I don't think, but hey, you never know. We've been happy to give it to him. All right, well, there you go. TS140. Definitely doing some solid power. 1 2 1 2. Oh, go back sideband. I was thinking that doing some solid power, not for a second there, but as you can see, no, doing some really solid power. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah, that is really good. All right, this is heading up in a box, and just want to try actually for my mate. Let me just do something. I just want to plug something in that he was. Look, he's not bound to take this by me in any way, shape or form, but I've just got a mic, and I'm doing two things here. I'm showing him the mic, but I'm also seeing if it works. Now, power on. Yep. Always a good sign when they power up. Let's have a look here. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. I'm a fair way from it at the moment. Hang on, let me just get this set up a bit better. Okay, so I'm just going to go into the lock function there on the microphone. Harlow 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. Harlow, 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 Harlow. Yeah, I was definitely driving well enough. Anyway, so for you know who you are. I'm sorry, just get that out of the way. That's the MC80 mic. I'll turn that off. The MC80 mic that that can come with it if you want. That's no problems. We'll work that out. But yes, certainly beautiful radio. Thanks very much for having a look at the video. And tomorrow, expect a quick preview video of the absolutely beautiful 70th anniversary Corvette. It's in what they call Amplify Orange, and it has got so many options fitted to it. It's got the full Z51 package on it. This thing's done 316 kilometers. So I've obviously made sure I bought something secondhand with 316 kilometers on it. I think you're going to like that video. I think I'm going to like that video. I think I'm going to like that car. So anyway, we'll try and get some, I won't be doing a full video on it tomorrow, but try and get a few shots at least onto YouTube to show you guys how much the madness extends to in this property. And it's what happens when you live out in the country. You get bored, you buy cars, sort of, and as some of you know, I do go a bit mental on that in that area. All right, 73, thanks for having a look at this video. And we'll try and get a few more done soon. I really apologise for the gap between them lately. It's all health. It's just a pain in the butt, but hey, doesn't matter. We're actually finding some better ways of doing things health-wise, and there are some good things that are happening. So it's not all bad news. Had someone on ESA the other day. I thought you were dead. And I said, well, yeah, we're trying not to be, but yeah, I know what you mean. I must admit, if you went by the doctors, I should be, but I'm still here. So anyway, please come to my funeral, make it look like I was really popular, and and remember these words: he bloody said this had happened. Not too soon, let's hope, hey? All right, 73s guys, this is VK3 Charlie Mike, Tangam Malanga, Northeast Victoria. Please subscribe, hit the like button. Anything you can do to help us along, that would be fantastic. And really appreciate the people who have subscribed and given us so much support. Always love the comments file, I really do. So yeah, thanks very much guys. Okay, 73s, all the best.